Today I want to talk about the things we do to escape our lives. I want to tell you what that signals and a few helpful thoughts about that. So it looks like this. 1 year into my autism journey, I found myself spending a lot of time consuming content related to 2012. 2012 was supposed to be this magical year in which crazy things were going to happen on Earth. And I found myself watching a lot of videos about this and listening to people that were giving predictions about all this stuff. It was a portion of that time when I was consuming a lot of that. This week, I find myself fascinated with Trump news. Since our president got diagnosed with COVID-19, I've been compulsively looking what's going on now. And the funny thing is, a week, 2, and 3 ago, I was not interested at all in the news. I was happy working on my project, and I was not checking out the news at all. And I see this happening in a million other ways. We engage with this infinite scroll of the Facebook wall for a long portion of the day. We do the same with news. Rather than resting and sleeping at night, we just watch TV and movies, political shows. That's my husband. And I've met people that they're telling me their challenges and at the same time are telling me about this awesome long trip that they're planning because they really need to get away. So these are escapes, do you see? We are trying to escape our lives for what I can tell are 2 reasons. Either they're boring or extremely hard, and we need a break. And one thing is to procrastinate and to clean the house and to postpone things that we need to do. But I'm talking about when you spend days and days doing this kind of stuff. So why? For me, that first year into my autism journey was hard. I was very inspired to do what I was doing, and yet I was perceiving my life as very hard. I was alone. I was doing therapy to help my son. I was baking. I was cooking so much. I had 0 time for myself because I had a very young child that needed my attention constantly. So of course I wanted life to change. 2012 coming and magical things happening and the sun coming on the other side than it normally did was amazing. That was like, wow, that story. I can't wait. And this week I was feeling doubtful, a little bit afraid of failure, hopeless every once in a while, which was painful. So it was just easier to entertain myself with what was going on. That was so dramatic. What a story. Yeah, that was a lot more interesting than dealing with the reality that I was perceiving in my life. I read recently our president said that when he's gone, the media is going to miss him a lot. And he's so right. We are going to miss all this drama because it's something to look at when we cannot deal with our own lives. When we don't feel purposeful or successful, we look outside because we want to numb that ache inside. Does this work? If it is satisfying, if you feel full inside, if it gives you enthusiasm to go out and do things, then I think it's working for you. It's clearly nourishing you. So maybe it's not a distraction, it's the way how you feed your passion, perhaps. But for me, it's not. It distracts me. It uses my time. It helps me avoid the hardship. It helps me avoid pain. But it doesn't solve anything because my life is still the same. Oh, our world is so good at providing distractions right now. Years ago, we didn't have the internet. We didn't have all this social media stuff. So it was about gossiping. What is he doing? Why is he doing that? And even now, I find myself gossiping mentally sometimes. It's another way of escaping. Engaging with a movie, engaging with somebody else's story because ours is just too painful or too boring. But again, this distracting doesn't really solve anything. It doesn't help us find what's wrong, what we need to do. It just puts it aside. So what is my suggestion? When you've had enough, when you're ready to move, come back to life, step away from the distractions. Give yourself some time to feel what's happening inside. What is my fear? What is my discomfort? Am I resisting something? Am I bored? Do I believe that what I do has no value? Do I think that what I'm doing is doomed to fail? What exactly is happening? What is the issue that is making me feel all this pain? So there are many tools to do that. You can write about it, journal, you can meditate on it. Maybe yoga does it for you. It really requires you to stop avoiding. It requires to stop, take a moment, and allow yourself to feel all of that. And ask, what is going on? It's not going to break you. You actually already know. It's just given a little bit more time for the thought to develop, for you to understand. And you tackle this yourself? If so, use your tools. You have your tools, the ones that have worked for you before. For me, I have inquiry tools. I used option dialogues and the work of Byron Katie. And between both of those, I can usually pinpoint what are the beliefs that are acting in my mind, and I can question them and replace them if I want. If you don't have tools, or maybe if the issue is too hard, and I've been there before, and I have all these tools, and sometimes I just don't want to use them. It feels too hard. It feels like I really cannot step away from that narrative and inquire on those beliefs. So in that case, I need support. I need somebody to help me do that work. So if you have a friend that is wise, that helps you question your beliefs, that's the person that you want. Venting more with other people and telling your story again and having them cry with you, I'm sorry, that doesn't work. That just perpetuates what's happening. It doesn't change anything here. I'm just not going to change anything in your life. So yeah, venting is maybe part of the distracting. But when you're ready to move away from that, find the support of someone who will not join you in those stories. Somebody who will question your thoughts, who will help you see perspectives you haven't seen before. Somebody who will help you clarify. That could be a friend, a very special friend. Or there are a lot of providers out there that do these things. If it's an issue with your business, find yourself a business coach. If it's an issue with your family or with your personality or with something like that, there are many coaches out there, life coaches, family coaches, million coaches. If it's an issue with your child, your autistic child, there are coaches, there are mentors who can help you figure out what's going on and step away from the defeating, limiting thought patterns that are totally hijacking your motivation to live your life. Avoiding is a band-aid. And when we're ready to move on, we really need to do the work. And you don't have to do it alone. If you have the tools, go for it. I've been using my tools this week. All of them. If you don't have them, if it is too hard, find support. It will be worth it. That will really change things. And then you'll find again flowing, moving. You will not give a damn about what's going on outside. And that to me is heaven. Oh my God, is heaven. When I'm moving, when I'm working on my projects, when I don't care about what's going on with the politics or COVID-19 or what other people and friends are doing, I am free. I am happy. That is heaven for me. So I invite you to seek your heaven as well. When you're done with the band-aids, when you're ready to move on, when you want to change things, really change things in your life, stop. Get quiet. Ask what's going on. And then use your tools, find support. Let's just move on.